guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't been posting. I didn't post last week just because I recorded, but I didn't like how it turned out. So I'm so sorry. I'm really bad at this, but you know I'm getting there. I'm sorry if you guys hear my laundry washing machine on. I live, like I told you guys a bunch of times, my room's in the basement. My room's in the basement, and then the laundry room's in the other side, and everyone decides to watch when I'm filming. And I can go upstairs and film, but I have a 6-year-old sister, or 7-year-old sister, and my family's Hispanic, and we're always yelling. So yeah. And so I'm super happy to see you guys. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel down there and push that notification bell so you don't miss any further of my videos. And my goal is to honestly constantly be posting every week now. So without further ado, let's get on to my video. Hi guys, my name's Jass. For those of you who don't know me, I think I forgot to say that in my intro, but now I'm saying it here. So it's like intro part 2. But I'm super excited with you guys because as you can see, I posted 2 videos, but the other one's in Spanish, so I'm like super excited. So I've been wanting to do my channel in English and Spanish, but just the fear of posting in Spanish scares me. I know I have some friends that are like, oh my god, you speak Spanish, it's great, but I have family and friends that are like, there's people that are really judgmental and they criticize, and I just been so scared. I was posting a video in Spanish because I was like, what if I don't say a word right, or what if I accidentally say the word wrong, because I'm fluent, but I was born in the United States. I went to middle school, elementary school, and high school. I said those backwards, but whatever. Here, and obviously my first language is Spanish because obviously my parents didn't know Spanish English when I was born, and so I had to learn with that language first. But just as the times go by, I'm gonna say crisscross, actually just see it come on the screen. But as the time go by, I'm more surrounded by the English language, and I was just kind of scared. So when I started my YouTube, I was like, no, just English because blah blah blah, people are gonna say this, and I just started being really negative. And then I had family and friends saying, when are you gonna start your channel in Spanish too? I want to understand what you're saying. Your videos look good. And I was like, oh my god, thank you. I'm like, maybe I will. And maybe I was already in my head I was not gonna do this, but it was something that I did want to do. And I know deep down it was a goal that I did want to do. And then one day I was just I don't know what I was doing. I remember sitting in my car, and I literally remember I was just singing worship music in my car, and then I remember God said, God talked to me. I remember hearing I felt something it's time, you can't forget. And I was just when God, well, I don't know if all of you guys know, but when you're praying, or when you're just talking, and God tells you something, and the Holy Spirit puts that specific thing in your head. Well, that's what happened to me when God said you can't forget. I literally the thing that came up in my Spanish YouTube, and he was saying you can't forget where you came from, you can't forget your language. And that brings up with the topic of my video. It's don't give up. And basically I'm talking about the same thing in my Spanish video, so I'm just saying it in English, so you guys don't feel left out, okay? So I'm gonna try to do that. I'm just gonna try to do the same video but in different languages, but there'll be days that I do something different for my Spanish channel, for my Spanish YouTube, because I don't want to make 2 separate channels. I want to make it together. So there's gonna be days where I do something separate for my Spanish videos, something separate for you guys, but I'm gonna try to keep it a little similar, just so. And if you want to watch my Spanish video, you're more than welcome. You get free lessons for Spanish classes. Good. So the title for you guys is don't give up. And why I want to share with that, you guys, why I can't talk sometimes, you guys, I'm sorry, you guys know me. And why I want to share that with you guys is because as all of us, that's something we all have in common. And please don't tell me you never gave up, because we all had dreams, visions, and goals for us that we want to start but don't know how, or are scared to, or we did start but in the middle of getting there we dropped it completely. And I just want to say that starting this video, if you are that person that dropped your goal during that process, I want you to know that today's the day that you get up and you start reaching for your goal, dream, or vision that you dropped. And if you're that person that's afraid to start your dream or goal, you're gonna start after this video. You're gonna go and reach for the stars. You're gonna go and reach for whatever you want to do. Okay? And this goes for, I might be saying like these points differently from my video because, you know, I'm trying to like I go off like I go off. Okay? I try not to look at a paper because I'm like looking. I like to look directly here, and like because I want to feel like I'm talking to you. Okay, so that leads to my first point with you guys. I don't want you guys to listen to what anybody else is telling you. Okay, one of the reasons I didn't do my Spanish video with the same time I did my English video was because I was afraid of what people were gonna say about me, and that's something that's a flaw of me, that I think of what others are gonna say rather than what I feel and what I think about it. Okay. I wanted to start my YouTube, and it kind of took me a while because I was just like, no, I don't want to do it because who's gonna watch it? No one's gonna like this. I have like no one's gonna support me, and then top it all off, people are gonna talk about it. People are gonna, just negatively and stuff. And I didn't think of how it was gonna make me feel. I wanna spread good influence. I wanna spread positivity to your guys' life, and that's leads to the first point, because if I kept with that negativity of what they were gonna say, I would never be where I am right now. So that's the first point. I don't want you guys to be thinking what other people are gonna think. You do it for you. You're gonna find people that are gonna support you, and they're gonna help you grow to that person that you need to be. Okay? So my second point I want to share with you guys is that it's gonna be hard. I don't want to lie to you guys. I'd say it's gonna be easy, you guys. Like reaching for your vision or your goal and your dream, it's gonna be super easy. Like it's no obstacles in the way. Like it's gonna be so easy. Like tomorrow you're gonna be where you need to be. Yes. No, I don't want to be that person. It's gonna be super hard. Okay. And that's probably why some of you guys dropped your vision, your goal, or your dream, right? Because it was hard. But I want you guys to stay with this point. If it was easy, then everybody will want to do it. I'm gonna say that again. If it was easy, then everybody will want to do it. And that's not what we're here for. We need to challenge ourselves, because challenge growth makes us grow, makes us learn, and it's a way for us to strive for something. Imagine, here, let me give you an example. As many of you guys know, I'm studying to be a nurse. Well, actually, I'm getting my medical assisting first, but I'm going for nursing. But one thing that I kind of I was at the border of failing a math class that I needed to get into to go into nursing, and it was bad. Like I couldn't pass this test. I was taking it for like the 10th time. I was getting so frustrated. I was getting so frustrated, and it was hard. And I was just like, what? I don't want to do this. And like literally it was like a week where I was just feeling so low with myself because my math teacher wasn't very helpful. Like I was just feeling so sad, and like to top it all off, my family isn't like really good at math either. And I was like, you know what, I'm just like, I don't even know why I want to do this career. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm just gonna look for something else. And so later on, I just said to myself, I'm gonna talk to my navigator, which is like a counselor at my college, and tell them, I want to change my major. I don't want to do nursing. I want to pick something easier, something that like I can actually pass and get a degree at, because if I'm here struggling, I don't want to be wasting my time. I'm also on a scholarship, so I didn't want to fail a class and like get my scholarship taken away and all that stuff. So I was so sad. And the day before I was gonna meet with my counselor at school to change my classes, I had to work. I work at a hospital night shifts, and something you guys need to know during night shifts is that all the translators are off. The only other way for nurses and doctors to talk with the patient is through the phone with the translator, but honestly that's not our favorite method, because sometimes we can't understand phones, technology glitches and all that stuff. So I remember walking in there, and I was just really depressed, really sad, and I was just like I was sad because I knew I was gonna change what I wanted to do forever, because I knew I wanted to be a nurse for a long time or something in the medical field. I was just sad, so I was just like thinking of the other options. And I remember going in there, I got my report, looked at what patients I had for that day, and yeah, and I noticed that I had 2 patients with the Hispanic name, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And something good to know, that was like my 4th or 5th month working there, and I have never worked with a Hispanic patient. Like, God was hearing me, you guys. I never worked with a Hispanic patient. They were all like Caucasians, blacks, you know. I just never, Indian. I never had a Hispanic patient. And so when I was working, I noticed that we also had like 5 or 6 other Hispanic patients on our unit, and I was just and I wasn't really thinking about it at that time, okay. And then when the nurse that I was working with, I work as a care tech, which is a fancier name for a CNA. So when the nurse came and told me, oh my god, I'm so glad that we're working together, like we have 2 Hispanic patients and I'm gonna need your help translating, you know, all the good stuff, like where do you hurt and all that stuff. I was like, yeah, sure. And I was just so sad. I remember being so sad, like unmotivated. And then later on that night, I walked in with her for our first, because she had to do an assessment with the patient. We walked in there, I translated, I told them this, like, you know, the group, like, oh, where does it hurt on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does it hurt? I told them what medication, like, my best, like, because I didn't know all the medications, but like, you know, most of it were narcotics, so I kind of like ibuprofen and all that stuff, so I knew some of the stuff, like what kind of medication they were getting and what was it for, and just stuff like that. Later on, one of my Hispanic patients wanted to walk, like just walk around the unit, get some exercise. I needed some exercise, so I was like, why not? And so I was like, okay. So we walked around, I talked to him, he talked me to where he was from, talked to me about his family, I talked to him about my family, talked to me about school, and all that stuff. And then he looked at me, he's like, you know what, miss? I was like, yeah. And he's like, I'm so happy that, oh my god, my dryer stopped. You can probably hear me better. Never mind. Anyway, he's like, you know what, miss? I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm just so happy that you are here, because you do not know how frustrated I was that over the nights that they couldn't understand me and I couldn't understand them, and I just feel like I'm just so happy that you're here, that you're able to translate and give me like a good, like provide the great care that I need. And you know, I haven't had a good long conversation like I am having with you in forever, so it's just so good to have somebody that I can actually talk to, trust to. And I was just sitting there, he gave me like a long speech, and like I literally wanted to cry. And like literally right there, I like realized like why I wanted to work in the medical field. I remember going to doctor appointments with my grandma or my dad, trying to do my, like at a young age, trying my best to translate to my dad what the doctor was saying, translate to my grandma what the doctor was saying. You know, that made me realize why I wanted to, like, that's part of why I wanted to go into the medical field. So if you guys want to know the full story, I can probably do another video for that. That was part of why I wanted to go into the medical field. And I was just like, what? And like literally there, I was like, what? Like, this is why I want to be in the medical field. I'm like, and then I talked to the nurses. It's like, did you guys ever fail a class in nursing class? Like fail a class in nursing school? And they all looked at me and they're like, you bet. But we retook it till we passed, because this is what we wanted to do. And that just like that was just like, you know, like a light bulb moment for me. Like I don't know how to explain it to you guys. It was just like full of emotion. And then so another thing for you guys is you need to find your motivation on why you want to do it. You need to find your motivation on why you want to work hard for something. Because if you wake up every day and you hate your job, then you just wasted your entire life. But you need to find your motivation. You need to find that urge to get up and to work for it. It's just something that you need it for you guys. Don't do it for, if your mom wants you to be a lawyer but you want to be a chef, then you need to tell them, listen, I want to like talk to them, because that's not what you want to do. You just remember why you want to do it and keep going, even though it's hard, even though it's not going to be easy, it's going to be so worth it at the end. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys liked this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel down there and click that little notification bell so you don't miss any notification when I post my video starting that I'm gonna post every week now. Thank you guys so much and I love you. Thanks for being my little YouTube family, and yeah, and I hope you guys like this video. If you guys have any more video requests, let me know. I'm always opened up, and for sure I need to do another makeup tutorial because your girl got a lot of new makeup. So yeah, thanks. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. Now, moving. Bye.